Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are here for the first time, hi, this is Isha, and if you are not, then welcome back. So I wanted to shoot this video for a long time because I have recently turned 23, so I wanted to share 23 lessons I learned at the age of 23. Okay, so ऐसा कोई लिस्ट नहीं है, मतलब मैंने ऐसा नहीं बोला कि like this is the priority or this is the मतलब least important lessons. I have just randomly wrote all the lessons कल रात में बैठ के काम के बाद. I am here with my best friend Akshita. So yeah. So now 23 things I have learned at the age of 23. मुझे ज़्यादा बड़ी नहीं करनी क्योंकि पिछले बार वाली videos were more than 20 minutes. And I don't know who had the patience to watch it, but 50 plus लोगों ने देखे हैं. So I really want to thank all of those viewers जिन्होंने मेरी video देखी. It means a lot to me, like the whole world to me. So thank you so much, and I hope you watch this one as well. So the first thing which I learned early this year was what you try to control ends up controlling you. So obviously, like the more you try to control everything, the more things go out of your hand. So just accept कर लो भाई कि तुम सब चीज़ control नहीं कर सकते, and it is humanly impossible to do that. But yes, I know that why you like to control things, to predict an outcome and to be prepared for the same, but it's not worth it. You're just feeding your anxiety. It's not worth it. Trust me, trust the timing of your life, and something amazing will come out of it. Second, start seeing things as they are. No ideas, no changing of the stories or plot. Know how you want it to be. No daydreaming about any of potential. So this is what I have learned mostly for my relationships. So it is something कि जो बंदा है ना भाई उसको वैसा ही देखो, like see him as it is, like or her as it is, like no daydreaming about potential. Is he or he could be this, he could be that, maybe I can change him. First of all, you cannot change anybody, cannot. like अपने दिमाग पे बिठा लो आप बात, because नहीं करोगे तो you will learn a hard lesson. You cannot change anybody. So it's better to accept कि भाई ऐसे ही है, and just ask yourself one question, that is the potential you want or you're daydreaming about is currently in the room with you or not. And if it is not, then it is not, okay? And अगर है, then it's well and good. Don't daydream about the potential. Don't plan for the future. Be here and be present. I know it's a hard pill to swallow, but कर लो guys. आप मुझे thank you बोलोगे बाद में. Third is limerence. Limerence is real. So people who have not studied psychology, who don't have a psychology background, limerence is a kind of love addiction. It's basically when you're obsessed with the idea of a person than the reality of the person. So जो होता है ना एकदम से आपको crush होता है, that is limerence, and that is like something which we can work on in psychology. क्योंकि देखो, what is crush? Crush is something कि आपको उसको बारे में आपको कुछ भी नहीं पता, and you start becoming obsessed with it. How can you think कि that you love that person, you like that person? That is limerence. एकदम से नहीं होता है, and एकदम से अगर हो रहा है, that is limerence. That is something which represents you as a human being, and you need to work on that. So your third था, right? अब now we are going to do fourth. Stop glorifying loneliness and staying alone. Oh my god. Like a little backstory, I am a very hyper dependent person in general. Like मुझे किसी की help नहीं चाहिए. I can do anything on my own. मैं किसी से कुछ नहीं लेती. And I really like to be alone. Used to when I was in college. But what I learned is that we are humans and we are hardwired for connection. And connections will make you thrive. And I realized कि what I was doing actually is avoiding avoiding the work it goes to connect with human beings, get to know them, trust them, let them be a part of my world. So I was avoiding all of that, and I was like कि नहीं मुझे अकेले रहना पसंद है, when in reality I was afraid. So it was a hard lesson for me, but yeah, I think that I learned this year like perfectly. मैं chill हो गई हूँ उस पर. Fifth one will be, if your thoughts don't start according to you, then they are not your thoughts. And if they are not your thoughts, you just cannot believe it. You just don't have to believe it. So अगर देखो मैं सोच रही हूँ कि यार आई एम इन अ होटल, दिस इज़ माई थॉट बिकॉज ये मैंने सोच के खुद किया है एंड इट इज़ कमिंग फ्रॉम मी. बट अगर मैं बोलूँ लाइक ओ माई गॉड, लाइक आई हैव सो मैनी इशूज़, आई हैव लाइक what do you say, I am like broken, I'm this and that. These are not my thoughts. These are not my thoughts. And मुझे इस पर बिलीव करने की जरूरत नहीं है. So just keep in mind, any thought which is not starting according to you, आप उसको नहीं consciously think कर रहे हो. It's not your thought. It's a stupid voice in your head and which you need to learn to not to listen to. Okay? So let's do that. Sixth is what I feel is a very, very important spiritual lesson for me for this year, because I've learned that nazar is so real, and the more you keep it private, the more you will thrive, the more good things will come into your life. Not everybody have good intentions first. Second, not everybody likes to see people achieving things. Okay? So why do you want to show everyone things which you want to last for a lifetime? Why? For people to ruin that for you? Do you want to do that? So no, do it in private until it's permanent. Wala thing is so true, so stick to that. Now we have the seventh is, we know so much to be alone because we are afraid to be others. This is continued with the one I shared, because हमें अलोन रहने का बहुत पसंद है. यू नो वॉट, माई थेरेपिस्ट हैज़ टॉट मी इन हीलिंग कि उन्होंने मुझे बोला कि लाइक ईशा, यू नो हाउ टू हैंडल डिसअपॉइंटमेंट्स, यू नो हाउ टू हैंडल फियर, यू नो हाउ टू हैंडल पेन, you don't know how to handle relationships, you don't know how to handle love, you don't know how to handle affection, you don't know how to handle healthy things. And I think that is very true, because I'm very good at handling pain and fear, but I'm not very good at handling love and affection. मुझसे नहीं होता, like मत करो, I don't need it, एकदम alien सी feeling होती है. So the healing is basically you learning how to accept love, how to be grounded, how to be calm in situations which you're not familiar with. Okay? Because anything which you're familiar with, आपको उस पर comfortable रहेगा. Even when you're born up in a house which is on fire, अगर आप ऐसे घर में भी पैदा हुए हो जिसमें सिर्फ और सिर्फ आग जल रही हो एंड यू दैट आग इज़ हर्टिंग यू, तो भी आपको वो बहुत कॉमन लगेगी, बिकॉज यू आर यूज टू इट. एंड जब आप उस प्लेस पे जाओगे विच इज़ काम, विच इज़ कोल्ड एंड विच इज़ सेफ, यू विल फील दैट कि ये तो मैंने सीखा ही नहीं, ये तो क्या है, ये तो मेरे लिए गलत है. पर ऐसा नहीं होता. लाइक नॉट एवरी थिंग विच इज़ नॉट फेमिलियर हैज़ टू बी रॉन्ग फॉर यू. ये लाइन आपको सीखनी पड़ेगी कि विच इज़ अनफेमिलियर एंड विच इज़ योर लाइक विच इज़ योर ट्रॉमा, और आप भाग रहे हो उससे पीछे बिकॉज यू डोंट वांट टू डू द वर्क. सो लर्न टू डिफरेंशिएट and learn to be familiar with the unfamiliar. Okay, now we have reached the 8th point, which is when you push a connection away, you're also depriving your emotional needs and not giving yourself the love you deserve. So, story of my life. The more people I push away, I push a lot of people away, even including my friends, and I'm very grateful to have friends who stayed. But I push people away a lot because मुझे नहीं चाहिए था किसी पे भी डिपेंड होना इमोशनली. बट एट द सेम टाइम मुझे ये भी रियलाइज़ हुआ कि इफ़ आई एम नॉट अलाउइंग समवन to know me, I'm depriving myself the love which I can get, myself the connection, and it is not good at all. So learn to have a healthy relationship with yourself so that you can have a healthy relationship with others, and you don't push away people or good connection just because you haven't done the work or you're not healed or आपको नहीं करना. Like grow up. Like yes, I'm growing up, kids, and you should too. And let's come to the 9th one. Stop listening to the voices in your head. What if you don't have, like it is very common, like we all have voices in our head which provokes us to do things which we will not generally do, like intrusive thoughts. But you have to learn, like I said earlier, learn to differentiate which thoughts are from you and which is for your past feelings or your past emotions, or somewhere someone made you feel that you're not good enough, somewhere made you feel that you are not worthy for love. But वो हो गया, these are past feeling. When जब आपको कोई भी trigger होता है ना, that is your past feelings reflecting into the present. So present पे जब आपको कोई भी trigger हो, like I get very triggered when someone comes close to me, irrespective of emotional or physical. But those are my past feelings, and I try to be so calm in that moment कि मैं अपना काम करती हूँ, like this is okay Isha, it's safe, it's fine, it's okay, we can do this, we can do that. So yes, so जैसे कि जो होता है ना, जैसे कि I used to feel that I had many issues. So who told me that? And how did I conclude that I have? Like ये आपको, like your brain, like literally plays with you a lot, and you have to understand कि जो भी बोल रहा है ना, it's not necessarily has to be true. If my brain is saying Isha, you have so many issues, you don't have anything worthy of love, you don't have anything worthy of love to be found in you, and I feel like हाँ sometime बहुत time तक मैंने इस चीज़ पे believe किया. Now I'm like कि bro, like it's chill. Like I've learned to not listen to my voices in my head. Of course I still do get them very very loud sometimes, but I know कि it's fine, it's okay, and I choose to sit with it and feel it and get over it. Okay, 10th one will be go where you're loved, stay where it's consistent. This has to be the top lesson for this year कि जहाँ आपको प्यार मिल रहा है आप वहाँ जाओ, एंड जहाँ आपको वो कंसिस्टेंटली मिल रहा है वहाँ रहो. इट इज़ समथिंग to be written in bold letters all over the world, because it is people are so inconsistent with their efforts ki like you're treating me like someone one day and you're not treating me like someone one day, and it creates so much of confusion, it creates so much of self-doubt. So it's better ki jahan raho, jahan connections naturally flow and you're feeling loved, you're feeling seen, you're feeling heard, and it is consistent. So that next will be our greatest measures of courage is vulnerability. I know that everyone don't want to be vulnerable because life teaches us many things, life closes us to many experiences, but vulnerability requires a lot of courage. अगर मैं किसी के साथ हूँ and I have the guts to look into someone's eyes and tell my biggest fears, that is me being very courageous, and that is vulnerability. Because connection is what? It's vulnerability. When you get to know about someone's stories, that's how you connect. Connection requires vulnerability, and we're so afraid to be seen कि we just don't give it a try, we avoid it completely. But you know, it is like the most strongest thing you can ever do, strongest and courageous. And अगर बात करने से, अगर आपकी फीलिंग शेयर करने से वो कनेक्शन टूट रहा है, so it's better to let it fall apart. Like it is serving you no good, right? Now the 12th one will be when we don't speak of ourselves, we are teaching the people wrong ways to love us. Absolutely. अगर मैं बोलूँ कि okay, I'm very good at you know, I don't have any emotional needs, or like I'm okay if you're not checking up on me, that is, I'm teaching them wrong way to love us, because I do have a lot of emotional needs and I do want you to check up on me. So if I'm like okay and I'm not speaking of myself, I'm not saying कि मुझे बुरा लग रहा है, this is affecting me or this is not affecting me, then I'm teaching the people wrong way to love me. And ऐसे तो फिर मुझे पता ही नहीं चलेगा that who are here for my mask and who are genuinely here for me. So it's better to you know, unravel or like remove your mask and show who you are, and then let people decide if they're ready to love you or handle you or not. Because कोई मतलब नहीं, like it does not make any sense if you wear a mask and you feel loved by people, because deep down, trust me when I say this, deep down we all know where we stand in someone's life. आपको पता होता है कि like where do you stand in someone's life. I know where do I stand in some of my friends' life, I know where I stand in his life or whatever. I know it, and deep down everybody knows it. So don't do it. Okay, And the 13th one will be, you don't belong to someone, you belong with someone. And that is like so adorable. Like, you know, aap kisi ke nahi ho, you're not someone, nobody owns you, but you are with someone. Like, you know, you have someone to love, you have someone to care for, you have someone to spend your life with. You are a whole individual being, and you have another whole individual being with you. You don't belong to someone, nobody owns you. And I think it is so liberating to have relationships where you belong with someone and not to someone. 14th will be, sorry, emotions are something you feel, not something you are. So I feel intense emotions, to be very honest, in general. मतलब कि मेरी याद तो होता है कि like I'm feeling very deep emotions, or I'm not feeling anything at all. So जब वो emotions इतने deep हो जाते हैं ना, like it takes the upper hand, and I start believing like maybe this is me, maybe I am an anxious person. But what if I'm just experiencing anxiety, I'm just feeling anxious feeling, and I'm not this person. Like, you know, sometimes I feel sad, and I termed me as I'm a sad person, but it's not. I'm not. Like, I don't make it my identity anymore. I used to, of course, but now I don't, because I feel like emotions are for you to feel. Okay, so I am feeling sad does not make me a sad person. If you are feeling anxiety at the moment, does not make you an anxious person in general. Okay, keep that in mind. Now 15 will be, happiness is letting go of ideas of happiness. So this is like the most important lesson which I learned this year, because I feel like, you know, मुझे ये चीज़ मिलेगी तो मैं happy हूँ. Like, this is my happiness. If I marry this person, or if I get together with this person, this will give me happiness. But you know what? It will not. It will not keep you happy, because happiness is removing all the ideas you have constructed कि आपको यही खुशी देंगे. Maybe आपको नहीं देंगे, maybe आपको कोई और चीज़ देगी. Because happiness is a choice which you make gradually every day. कि okay, and if you आप उससे identity बना देते हो ना कि like, you know, happiness equals to this for me, then जब तक आपको वो चीज़ नहीं मिलेगी, you won't feel happy. So why are we putting so much pressure why do we putting so much pressure on us कि यही चीज़ हमें हैप्पीनेस देगी? What if बहुत छोटी छोटी चीज़ें दे सकती है, बट फॉर अस टू रियलाइज़ कि ये जो चीज़ है, इससे हम अब रिलेट ऐसे नहीं करेंगे कि लाइक फॉर एग्जाम्पल हैप्पी मैरिज डज नॉट मीन अ हैप्पी लाइफ. स्टॉप आइडेंटिफाइंग और कीपिंग देम टुगेदर और रिलेटिंग टू ईच अदर. आप ये करना बंद कर दोगे ना, यू विल बी मच हैप्पियर, बिकॉज फिर आपके पास हैप्पीनेस को लाइक क्या बोलते हैं, हम लोग हिंदी में तोड़ना बोलते हैं, तोड़ने के लिए कुछ है ही नहीं. लाइक आप उसको इक्वली नहीं कर रहे हो किसी से. सो दैट विल बी वेरी लिबरेटिंग कि हाँ, इफ़ आई एम सिटिंग समवेयर, आई एम हैप्पी, आई एम फीलिंग गुड. इफ माई फ्रेंड्स कम्स एंड गिव मी अ सरप्राइज, इट्स हैप्पीनेस. आई डोंट नीड टू you know, identify it or put happiness or make happiness equals to something which will ultimately put a lot of pressure on me. So that was that. Now we will be talking about 16th point. Never justifies anyone's behavior, believe what they showed you. Okay, so I used to justify people's behavior a lot, because मुझे पहले समझ में नहीं आता था कि what I'm tolerating and what I'm understanding. So there's a difference between tolerating and understanding. Tolerate is toxic, understanding is healthy. So if someone tells me that, you know, they're not ready for a relationship, or you know, they are not emotionally available, you need to trust that and you need to believe that, instead of justifying the behavior. Like for example, I used to talk to a boy, and he was like ki, don't message me after night, don't come in front of my friends, and this and that. And I used to keep justifying his behavior कि हाँ ठीक है चलो, उसको नहीं दिखाना होगा, हाँ ठीक है चलो. But why do you want to justify it? See that behavior and accept कि if it this what you can tolerate or not. And now I think I'm grown enough to understand कि भाई ये मैं tolerate नहीं कर सकती. You don't want me to be seen in front of your friends, then please be alone. Like, I don't do that anymore. 17 will be, don't trust intentions, trust actions. So बहुत लोग आपको बोलेंगे कि लाइक ओह आई विल डू दिस फॉर यू, आई विल डू दैट फॉर यू. कहाँ गए एक्शंस? देयर आर नो एक्शंस, राइट? सो ट्रस्ट द एक्शंस. लव इज एन एक्शन. कोई भी आपको कुछ भी बोले, like no matter how much I romanticize love, I do write about love a lot, but love is an action. And agar if they want to, they would. Is so legit true, so legit true. So if someone cares about, oh god, he loves you, but you know he will not be able to do that for you, do mat karne do. But love is an action, and trust the action always, then his words, then her words, then her intention, then her potential. Above anything, actions. 19 will be everything eventually ends. You lose everything. One person has to leave, that's the only way. So in this world, everything will end eventually. You're going to lose your parents, you're going to lose your job, you're going to lose the person you love the most. So it is like, you know, it is the thing. Like, I know it's very sad, but it is what it is. You need, the more you try to accept this कि हाँ ऐसा ऐसा होगा, and I'm trying to make the best out of it, then you will stop feeling anxious all the time, being paranoid all the time कि, you know, वो ऐसा ये मुझे करना है, वो मुझे करना है. It will be a lot of good, sorry, it will bring you a lot of acceptance, because I accepted this year कि I know कि, you know, अभी जो मेरे पास कल नहीं होगा, एंड नो बडी गारंटीज यू दैट कि आपके पास कल होगा. फिर भी हम होप रखते हैं कि भाई मैं कल उठूँगा या उठूँगी, एंड वी विल हैव दिस, वी हैव प्लान्स, राइट? बट वॉट इफ समथिंग हैपन, गॉड फॉरबिड, बट वॉट इफ समथिंग हैपन्स, राइट? सो यू नीड टू एक्सेप्ट that eventually everything is going to end, and one person has to live first. Even if you're married, you have kids, कोई तो पहले जाएगा ही ना. We are not here for we are not immortal, and we are not here forever, right, on this earth. कभी ना कभी किसी को जाना ही पड़ेगा. You cannot just keep everyone around you. I know it's sad, but आप जितना ही जल्दी ये चीज़ समझोगे ना, the more you will try to make the most out of the moments which you already have. Now like कि मैं छोटे छोटे moments के लिए भी I am very grateful, क्योंकि मुझे पता है कि दोबारा मेरे पास नहीं आएंगे. So learn to be accepting of the fact that everything's going to end and you're going to lose everything on this earth. So why not make the best out of it while we are here? Okay, 21 will be God answers and prayers works. Definitely, like, I'm a very spiritual person, so I do believe in God a lot, and prayers do work. The more you pray, I think, which is not in my control, I talk to God and I continuously pray for that thing कि मेरे कंट्रोल में वो चीज़ नहीं है. But what else I can just pray, and prayer works, guys. They generally works. And 21 will be healing happens when you feel the emotions, and the only way out is through. So the more you avoid it, avoidance is not healing, drinking is not healing, making your feelings as a joke is not healing. Healing is sitting with the uncomfortable feelings and let it feel in your body. Like, फील करना इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. द मोर आई फील कि, यू नो, अगर मुझे लगता है कि आई हैव दिस अबैंडनमेंट इशूज़ एंड आई फील कि भाई ये पर्सन मुझे छोड़ के जाने वाला है, आई फील इंटेंस ट्रिगर्स. बट मैं ऐसे भी कर सकती ना कि अरे जाए, बट आई एक्सेप्टेड कि हाँ मुझे बहुत अफेक्ट हो रहा है, एंड आई सिट विद द फीलिंग कि येस ईशा, मे बी इन माई पास्ट आई फेल्ट इट, but now we are here and I'm an adult now and I can deal with my feelings and I can sit with it. So you have to learn to heal your feelings by feeling it, and the only way out is to, if you really want to get to the wake up, you will not heal by going to the gym. You will heal by sitting with it and feeling all the hurt, living all the memories, and let it go. 22 will be your parents are really trying their best. So I know that as this generation we all feel like, okay, aisa nahi, we all have mostly a lot of issues and generation gap with our parents, but you know what, they are really trying their best. Trust me, they really are trying their best. So just accept that they are trying their best, and whatever they want is for your own good intentions. I won't say that all parents love their kids, because I've seen parents who don't. So I'll say most parents love their kids and wants the best for them. But we can always have a healthy relationship. You can communicate, you can try, because you know what, even if you need to heal your parents wound or any trauma you had associated with it, you need to talk to them and you need to heal them and you need to go to them, because उनने अगर कुछ चीज़ खराब की है, so they will only heal it. So you have to talk about it. Or this is how you felt when did this, or this is how you felt when your dad shouted at the dinner, or this is how you felt when they didn't come to see you in, whatever the reasons are, and however ways they have disappointed you, go to them and talk to them, and just know that they are also trying the best and they're also learning along with you. 23, the last one will be, it's not really that sad. Trust me, I've learned this thing recently कि भाई इतनी sad नहीं होती लाइफ जितना हम बना देते हैं. You can always choose to get over it. Trust me, I was a person who was extremely like, sad was a constant state. I used to just feel pain, hurt, pain. But then now I realized कि भाई इतनी sad नहीं है, and you just have one life, okay? And I will encourage you to feel all kinds of emotion, be it anxiety, be it pain, be it breakup, be it everything, because we are here to experience it all, and you should experience it. But you know what? इतना नहीं सोचना है, इतना नहीं करना है. You just have the tools. You just need to accept it कि भाई हो जाएगा ठीक. It's fine. You're here. जब तक दुनिया ख़त्म नहीं हो रही है, you'll be fine. So that was it for today's video. I hope you like it. This was Isha and I'm signing off. Bye guys. See you next time.